A request from Antoinette. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. She wanted Alberto, but half underwater like I did the other one. So this was a fun one. Gosh, I love these. I'm gonna show you how I made the perfect square. So this is the trick to making the perfect square, which I love doing. You're gonna get your regular piece of paper. Okay, this is my favorite paper. It is Strathmore Drawing, and this is what I use for everything. I'm obsessed. It's the 9x12, and I get the 70 pound. This stuff is like paper gold. I love it. It's my favorite. So what I do is I just take one of those sheets of paper, and you're going to take two sheets, put one on top of the other one. Do you see how this is the corner? Put the corner to the corner up here, one sideways, okay? So you can see the bottom. Okay. Now you're gonna draw a line across the bottom. Right like that. Okay. Now, this one you're gonna save for later for another drawing. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut across this paper, okay? Let's cut. Done. This gets thrown away. Bye-bye. Okay, so now you've got a paper. Now in each one of your corners, you're gonna do a dot. I'm gonna go dot right there. Make them about even. Dot right here. Dot here. And then dot here. Now you're gonna take your Sharpie, and then now we're gonna do its lines. So you're gonna go from dot to dot, making the lines. That's how you do it. So I'm going to go from this line to this line. Turn your paper. This line to this line. Next one. Third one. Okay, fourth and final right here. Superb. So now you've got, this is the outside of this. You get the perfect square. You can make it go any direction because it's a perfect square. That is how you get started. So here we go. Alberto. So we're gonna be making a line from here across. This is the water line. So you can start up here and you can make it go, and then, oops, kind of a little wonky there. And then have it come up. Super drop. Whoop. So its head's over to the left more because we're fitting this in there. Okay, so we are going to do a giant circle right here. Kind of do a half circle. So his head's looking like a pear. So we're doing a half circle. So instead of finishing off the circle like this, we're now going to bring it up and then do a big egg shape for the top of his head. Do you see how it just kind of looks like a pear? So he's got a pear head. So I'm going to make that smoother. So you want to make it look nice and smooth. And then across here, this is the eye line. And then we can make a line down the middle. This one you want to do, I'm doing a little harder, do it lighter so you can see what you're doing. So this is cutting it in half. So on this line are his eyes. So we're gonna do one eye, just make a bowl, like a half circle, and then you're gonna make another half circle. They slightly, all cartoons, they have the eyes going in rather than out. So you're gonna almost be touching this corner, make another half circle. And inside that half circle is his shiny, and then the pupil. Since his eyes are half mask, they're slightly closed, you're gonna be cutting that in half. And that will be sharpied in, okay? So same thing over here. Half circle. And then make this half circle closer to the inside. Half circle. And then do the shiny. And then the pupil. Inside, okay? So his nose is right on the, so we can actually erase this. Well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna make his half smirk. It's gonna go till you right before you get that line. So we're not gonna touch the line, but you know where the line is. So now we can erase this center line. And for his eyes, that's gonna be the top of it, so we can just erase up to the eyes and over here. There you go. Looking good. No, we're not done yet. So, his eyebrows are up a little higher. Well, what we're gonna do from here to here, this is gonna be the top of his hairline. So we're just gonna put that there. We'll come back to it, because we're gonna be putting eyebrows in there. So in between this space here, we want the eyebrow. So it's gonna be an arch. And then you could put the hairs in there. Boop. I have seen this movie twice, and I think I'm gonna have to see it again because I love it. Literally love this movie. It's so cute. Okay, so this is the other one. And now put the eyebrows in. Perfect. And his nose is just a little mark like this across the top. And he's got, look right on top of there, these little nostrils. That's it for the face. And then I am not gonna Sharpie this, but I'm gonna show you when I do the colored pencil, we are gonna be putting an archway in here. So you're gonna see this when we color pencil. So you don't wanna Sharpie that. All right, so now he have his neck. It's just gonna be coming down to the bottom of the page. And now we have his ear fins, gills. So they're gonna come out on either side, and then you're gonna be making a scalloped edge. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3. So do the same thing on this side. Come out. This one's gonna go off the page, because remember he's off center. And then we'll go 1, 2, but always sees a little piece of the 3, okay? And he has lines in there. 1, this is a double line, and a little line here. Same thing over here, line, double line, and line there. Look at that. He's looking good. Now he's got his crazy hair. So we're gonna erase this part up here. Okay, so now it's gonna look like an ice cream top. So we have it coming out like this, and now we're gonna do the ice cream top. It's gonna go bloop, 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 right off the page. Do the same thing on this side, bloop, 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 off the page. And lightly bring this in, because we're not gonna be drawing all of these lines in here. But this is just an indication of all of his curly hair. And now you can just put in whatever lines you want. And if you want, now you can make some big curls here. So I'm doing a big circly here. I'll put a couple lines in. I might do another one here. You can make his curls look however you want, so I'll put this line in there. Make another round curl. And now we have got this row, a couple curls, one right in the middle, and we got here's one. Okay, now we got the top, we're just gonna put a couple of curls in there. So now for his side hair, you can come up here and go, you're just gonna do some bumps, tell you about here, and this is going to be his sideburns right there. Okay, so do the same thing here, lump, 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 and then make it his sideburns. And I put swirls in here, so I'm just going to come in and go whoop. Okay, do the same thing over here. And you could put a couple lines going on the side of his head if you want. I realize I made this a lot thicker than this, so I might make this a little thicker so it matches that side. And put some hairs in there. Okay, looking so good. Love it. Okay, so now he's got his little, I don't know what you call it, his arm, tentacle, fin, whatever. So it's gonna come out. And now we're gonna be putting the scalloped edge on here. So it's gonna go whoop, 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 all the way down. And then just like over here, we're gonna be making double lines, not touching. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we want to add the bubbles. So I'm making little bubbles and big bubbles, and we're gonna color this. And I'm gonna show you how I colored it to get that look. So after I Sharpie it, stay tuned so you can see how to color it. Okay, so add your bubbles in there. Awesome job. And up here, add a cloud. And put as many clouds in as you want. I'm gonna put a cloud over here. Okay, so I'm gonna Sharpie the whole thing in my ultra fine Sharpie, and then I will double the outside with my fine Sharpie. So here we go. Now I'm going to take my big Sharpie, go around the whole thing, and then do the water line and inside the pupils. Okay, I also went with the big Sharpie across the top of its lid. Time to erase the lines. Let's start with his gorgeous eyes. So I'm just gonna use a regular green, and we're gonna go on the top part and go around the edge here. We're just gonna make a little trim of green, and then go on the inside here, trim of green. And then it's gonna be, I'm gonna do half the face. So we're gonna do it dark, and then as you come in, you're gonna make it go lighter and lighter. So it's a dark and then lighter and lighter. So do same thing on that side, and then we are going to add yellow. So by adding this yellow in there, it just brightens that up. We might add a touch more of green. Whoops, making a mess here. So you can just lightly put a little color in there with green, okay? This looks like it's like glowing. Looks good. Lightly. Okay, that part's done. Now you're gonna take gray. This is gonna be the shadow underneath. So you're gonna go harder at the top and then just go along the edge and get a little bit of a shadow here. So it's not just solid white. Okay, now with the peach, I'm just doing a line down the middle, so I'm just doing half. We're just gonna color the whole thing in solid color. Now he is Alberto, so he's got darker skin. So we're gonna press down a little bit harder on this and the other colors. So I'm just gonna color that whole thing in one solid color, then we're gonna put the details in. I'll just do half his face because underneath he is purple. Okay, so now we're gonna come in with our tan, and remember how I said they were gonna do an arch, so do the archway right here. And then inside there, we're gonna color this darker. I might even add some, I did some brown and some reds and pinks in there. So let's start with that. Now we'll go along the edge. Do really dark around the edges. And then as you come in, just start pressing down lighter so it looks rounded. Also go around the whites of the eyes like this. Around it, okay? I might do a little bit more coloring in here. Because he's in the sun a lot, so we're just gonna give him some lots of color. It's a little Italiano. Okay. Let's soften this up a little bit. So now you're gonna come in, let's do the nose, go around the nose a little bit like here. so now I want you to come in with, gosh, did I use pink? I don't know if I used pink. Let's just put a little pink in there. Okay, so we're gonna go give it a little bit of color here. I'm using pink, I might use some red too. A little pink in there. And then pink, looks like he's got like a sunburn, a little bit of color on his nose. Around this eye on this side, and put a little bit on the face. I think I just used pink. I might have added a touch of red. Let's just do a touch and see how it looks. I'm getting the red out, just doing a little touch of red here. Yeah, I think that's what I did. A little bit more color. That looks good. One more color up here on that edge. Okay, so for his hair is, we're gonna start with just a regular brown. So go along the edge with just regular brown. I'm pressing a little harder right along the edge. And as I come out, I'm gonna get lighter and lighter. I'm gonna put yellow in there because he has been touched by the sun. So it's darker edge. And here, go along the edge here. All these lines, just go over it with brown. Lightly go over it all. You can do that all the way up. Lightly go over the center part. So do that all the way up. Now you're gonna add yellow. We're just gonna go over the whole thing yellow so it looks warm. We're warming up his hair. Not literally warming, you know what I mean. Silly. Okay. Now, if you look in there, you're like, but I see a little of mahogany. So we're gonna take the mahogany. This is, no, that's red. There's a mahogany. There's mahogany or burgundy. We're gonna put a little bit of burgundy in there, a little color. So go around the swirls, give a little color here. Putting a little touch of red in there. This is mahogany. Going along the curls. And I made it darker at the bottom here, and you can go up. So you can do that with the brown too. So let's take the brown. We're going darker right along the bottom here. And as you're coming up, just press lighter and lighter. Do that on all the layers. So as you're going up, you want to do the same thing. And of course, put in that mahogany, giving you a little red in here. So I'm using 3 colors, yellow, brown, and mahogany. So you want to do that all the way up. And then, oh, don't forget the eyebrows, holy smokes. So we're gonna go around the outside with the brown. It's darker at the bottom, and then it goes up lighter. So just like you did the hair, do the same thing there. Go over it with the yellow. And then now you want to give it a touch of mahogany in there. Go over all your little lines here. Okay, looking good. So down below, he is purple. So we are going to find the purple. Is this purple? Yes. So go along this edge harder. And as you come in, you want to press it lighter. So harder on the outside, and as you come in, it's going to get lighter and lighter. Darker along the edge. And then underneath the chin darker, and then go lighter. And I think I put a little color here. And we're going to go over his fin too. This is going to be the same as this, so we're just going to work on this, okay? So I'm going around the outside, over the lines. Now you want to color this super light, so we're going to be putting magenta in there. So I'm just going over it lightly, and then I'm getting the magenta. Here's the, is this magenta? Yep. So now I want to go darker along this edge here. And as I'm coming out, I just press lighter all the way, filling it in. And I'm also going to put a little bit on his lips. And then for his cheeks, we're going to see what pink looks like. Might have to add red. So we're going to go along here. Go one way, go the other way. And then you're going to go over the center part. And I realized what I did all the way along the top here, I did the purple just so it looks like it's a lake. He's in the water, go a little harder right along this edge, and as you're coming out, just go lighter and lighter. Okay. Perfect, so same thing here. Now what I did, if you notice, so we got the watercolor, which I think I just used, is this light blue? I think I started with light blue and then I did dark blue. No? Is this the sky? Let's see. I think I did the light blue for this. No, actually, I did sky blue up here. Now, when you're coming, I'm gonna erase that. When you're coming along, to make it look like it popped out this style, I'm not gonna touch. So I'm gonna go around the whole outside so I don't touch its face. Oh, even up here too. All the way along. Then you can color this in, and as you get higher up, you're gonna do it darker and darker, but it's light down here, and as you go up, it's gonna get darker. So we're gonna start light. So you're gonna fill that all the way in. As you come up, I did regular blue up here, blended it in. That's light. And then down here, we did, I think it's just blue. Let's see how that looks. Do I have blue? I don't see blue. Let me look over here. Oh, here it is. This is blue. So you're gonna go darker right along that water line. And I'm pressing down really hard. And then as I'm coming down, I'll make a line right here so you know not to touch it. So I'm not touching it, this is just the way I'm doing this because I think it looks cool. I'm going around all things so I know don't touch in there. It's just making him pop out. And then as I'm coming down, it's gonna get lighter and lighter. And don't go over the circle, so you can just go around the circle like this. So darker, and as you come in, just get lighter and lighter until you get to the edge. Then put it on. And it's darker up here in this corner. Awesome job. So just do that all the way around, and then it's going to be darker at the bottom down here. So I'm doing a space. Zoop. Don't touch it. So kind of made a mistake there. That's okay. So dark. It's all dark down here. And then lighter as it goes up. Okay? I think you guys can do this, and I'll catch you on the next video. See ya.